All right. It's the reflector, y'all. Here to reflect what you choose to neglect. Talking about astrology today. Okay. I still need to get back to my live streams that I have like planned, but I ain't did it yet. One's about your earth sign, one's about a crash out versus a crash dummy. One's about trying to remember off the top of my head. Oh, don't ever let nobody sell anything to you. Like for you to take for yourself and try to basically mimic what they did, aka people that be reading books or having mentors and shit and try to redo what they did. And they don't cherry pick and understand that people can just inspire something in you, but it ain't like you gonna do something that you see in front of them. Anyway, and then I think it's one more. But anyway, so hey, we doing astrology. Okay, so my Leos out there, really all my fixated signs. So that's Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. All the fixated anchor signs for each motherfucking season. It's the middle of each season. That's what the fixated signs are, and they're usually the known as the stubborn, or they usually got it together. They know how to lead. They know how to uphold ideas. So these usually be your cult leaders, your group leaders. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. So Jupiter just went into Leo. Jupiter been in Cancer for the longest. So now it's gonna be a lot of expression and a lot of wisdom based on how someone is fixated on how they see and feel about whatever their ideas or whatever their expression or creativity is. So it's gonna be a lot of Jesus Christ updated energy. You know what I'm saying? People gonna try to think like they're gonna use their experiences to feel uplift. This is like we all gonna be doing this though. There's not a wrong or right way to do it. I'm just explaining. It might play out where a lot of people might get into a lot of arguments. A lot of shit might hit the fan when it comes into belief system, or what somebody thought they experienced, and then when they see the other side of what somebody else might experience, this is gonna be a fight because Jupiter is opposing Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto's in Aquarius, Jupiter in Leo. So those are gonna be kind of going head to head. So a lot of people gonna be going through situations when it comes into like taking power control based on associations, right? And groupings, community, and innovation. And then there's gonna be like a single person, individual, that is just trying to express like this is what I am and this is what I believe. I don't care how the new innovative ways are. Where it's like you gotta balance it. So you gotta know that okay, you're you. Take your own experiences, expand on those things because nobody can see it like you, Leo, fire sign. And then, but just know also like everybody got all the zodiacs. It's just y'all need to get a reading from me. I can look at like even if you don't have a planet in Leo, I can see what area of your life it might be affected. Some people got it in the sixth house. They're gonna be getting affected by their everyday work or their health. Some people got it in the first house. They gonna expand or get affected or gain more wisdom and knowledge when it comes into their personal or how they deal with their own ways of how they come up with anything in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, a lot of situations are gonna be very boastful in these next few months while Pluto is here. Even when Jupiter goes in Virgo, it's gonna be time to like obtain what really makes sense if we're gonna expand about something. Because Jupiter being in Virgo is like opposite to where its natural position is. But that's when that happens. But right now, it's all about Leo. So a lot of, like I said, a lot of people, my Leos, you're gonna get real good fortune if you play your cards right. You're gonna gain a lot of wisdom. You're gonna have big eye openers. You're gonna feel like your ass like Jesus or something like that. You're gonna feel like a goddamn deity or something, cause you're gonna obtain so much. And then it's in Leo, so it's like that. It's like that risen energy. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. Shout out to Fasadad. Shout out to Elf. Hi. But yeah, so um, so the Leo and Jupiter can cause a lot of misunderstandings based on like if you're seeing it your way too much and you're not actually shaping up what is actually going on around you and what you truly feel. You might just be stuck in a vision, a ego, because we know imagination is really just a picture that you can project. The surroundings come from it. I mean, come with it, but it's usually just the upliftment of projection. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, what's it called? Um, yeah, so a lot of people might like they might get their head up their ass too much or be way too egotistical about their own experiences or about their belief systems. These churches, y'all gotta watch out for them. These pastors, y'all be able to see it through the pastor's watch. The pastors most likely gonna start talking about themselves or start talking about something within the Bible or some type of construct that they're gonna put their 2 cents in. So they're gonna be like a theist. They're just gonna preach whatever they went through and really try to convince everybody like this is the only way you can do it. Or if you try to present your way of how you do it, they're gonna be like, okay, that's for you. Like it's gonna be like a you little compared to them, but it's gonna be subliminally. If you spiritual though, you'll pick it up like this because it's like a sense they're gonna try to. It's like they're gonna give you energy like, yo, you think you important? I'm sitting up here and I'm the leader. I'm teaching you something. You know what I'm saying? Leo, Jupiter and Leo gonna bring out the actual teachers too, and the people that was just talking for the sake of ego or what they feel like they want to be. Uh, a lot of people, y'all might get pregnant a little bit too. I'm not just gonna talk about Leo too. We got Chiron. This is why I talked about the fixated sign, even though it's just in one. But we got Chiron, which is the planet of mistakes. Or if you indulge too much, you might bypass something that if you were just to kind of let it go or let it be, it will be there. So that energy is in Taurus. So that's like it's been in Aries this whole time. So it's been like a lot of people were afraid to make mistakes based on their own identity or how they're seeing it for the first time, whatever expression that is, or whatever they're going for. People thought they made a mistake or like they were in that energy like, damn, should I do this? Now it's going to be, okay, you done already secured your identity when it comes into what might be mistaken or what might be you going too far, blah, blah, blah. Now you got to settle down and actually see what you have. So what did you anchor down to actually have to share or to help out or to give as a talent or gift to share something about sharing, but it most likely is going to manifest as like an object. So it's like a lot of people might make mistakes in what they buy or what they invest in, or a lot of people might make mistakes in what they're settled into too much and they don't know how to move on because like I said, Taurus is fixated. So it's the first fixated sign and it's an earth sign, so it's going to be like a lot of people going to be stingy. A lot of people going to like not want to let go of something they usually always do. Consistency, and like I said, and it's gonna be a perfect square coming from Jupiter being in Leo. So it's like you're gonna have to learn how to not indulge too much into comfortability or some type of firm materialism type of shit. Learn to actually maybe expand based on expression and just what you see, and vice versa. Not always be so boastful about what you went through, expand on that, and people you blinded people. Yet you over here, like like in reality, you don't have the actual make sense energy to be like this. That's true. You know what I'm saying? Or it can be, you gotta learn how to sit back and not express too fast, and maybe look back and to see what somebody has to say. Has to say. Keyword. I Aries have Taurus. I anchored whatever the fuck I got. Anyway. So this is what I mean by boastful and to certain of y'all selves, fixated signs, and everybody. Y'all gotta learn how to budge sometimes. Sometimes you gotta budge, and you know the fixated signs are gonna be the example. Everybody gonna either example of what to do or what not to do, but fixated signs should be ahead of the game right now because we got 3 big primary, not big planets, but primary planets right now. And fixated sign. Aquarius, Pluto. Leo, Jupiter. Taurus just went in Chiron. I know that's not an actual planet, but you know what I'm saying? So, and then we about to have Sun and Mercury and all that going to fixated sign. So it's going to be real unbudgetedly. I bet you it's going to be hot as fuck them days too. Fixated sign, that should be causing like frustration or unbudgeted energy. But so yeah, and what's it called? Had another point. Hold on. But yeah, let me look at the other sign. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what everything else is in. Like I said, this could be beautiful. This could be great. Like I said, Jupiter is like expanding energy. It's like the uplifting, high rising, the see things from a bird eye view and realization, shock energy, lightning energy. So you can shock your way into getting a lot of fame, good or bad. Shock your way into getting like embarrassed or having something hit the fan, and that's the realization. But honestly, everybody in their own ladder starting point of life. So everybody probably dealing with it differently. But me, I would say people, the most likely you just need to be very observant, but also be very confident about whatever you're trying to do. And since Jupiter's there, you're going to see reactions and see if you're in the right spiritual space. Because remember, Jupiter's home is a mutable sign. Sagittarius is home there on the bright side, and Pisces is home there on the internal side. So it's supposed to be adaptable to yours and other people's expressions or feelings. That's just gonna end up being like, say something to somebody and see if they like react. Like that's like some people come from this, some people come from that. So if one person that ain't never been in this state hears something from that person, they're gonna be like, and that's just a physical reality sense of how Jupiter is like that. But you got to take that spiritually. If you say a thought and then somebody react like in a certain way, now sometimes there's other people being flunked out though, and they got a small mind. But sometimes you gotta look back, like kind of reflect a little bit. We still got energies in Cancer, so kind of reflect and see what you're doing. Don't be so bright and where you can't see shit but yourself. That's why I said it's gonna be a lot of egotistical expression, arguments. It's gonna be something about faith. It's always gonna be something about faith, or something about, like I said, what you went through versus somebody else, or a lot of people gonna use it for like, which I understand because this world fucked up, but they're gonna use it for themselves to go against what the world is trying to advance into, Aquarius and Pluto. So they're gonna try to use Jupiter to take power control over, like, which is okay, like I said, but take power control of where the community and the world is fucking going as a whole. Because this shit going from down, I ain't gonna lie, it's a whole bunch of clip warners, just people streaming their fucking real life, and then you have the audience giving them attention, whether it's good or bad, yet they're still making the money. So that's where it's wrong. You ain't gonna advance the world being a fucking internet goddamn thumbs. Y'all better be in real life goddamn living. Half of these people be on here being internet warriors, right? Keyboard warriors. But yet when they in real life, they probably be the main ones just watching from the background. They don't even actually do that. And then they be probably making up excuses like, oh, I don't even like the world. I'm just a little raisin in the corner, not being a part of the world, so I'm just being a scab or a fucking mole in the little spot. You can't do that. God ain't say do that. Anybody can hate. It's easy to hate. Like, not energy wise. It takes more energy to hate, but it's easier too. You know what I'm saying? Because we all are instinctively selfish. Like we all have to be, because it's your own perspective. So we're like, we be having to not be so biased sometimes. So anyway, you gotta understand your natures, man. Because a lot of times this shit, it'll be people just don't be knowing what the fuck they doing. Like I said, they just be living one life and then they going real. Like we were supposed to get through that back in like 2020 through 2022. You should understand. Okay, I can't sit here and just be on the internet and then in real life I'm not. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get through that. We gotta get through that. Talked about the square between all of them: Pluto, Chiron, Jupiter. So we got Uranus and Gemini, Mars and Gemini. So it's gonna be a lot of force when it comes into what you're uniquely associated with or what you actually want to advance the world into, and it's gonna be filtered through mutable air. So you're gonna be like sharing ideas to try to kind of make the environment advance a little bit, or attract the people you want, or gain ideas and pull in ideas that you actually want to have. Like I said, because Uranus and Mars are together, you're gonna be uniquely forcing or uniquely trying to get a goal or force yourself to reach a goal based on who's around you, who's with you now. Um, got two. Okay. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know Venus was in Virgo. Shit. Hold up. I got Venus in Virgo right now. Shout out to me. It's right on my motherfucking exact point of Venus too. 4 degrees. Shout out to me. But so Mercury, Cancer retrograde with Sun in Cancer. That's just gonna be taking actions and thinking and intellectually picking out ideas based on how you feel or your comfort zone and stuff like that. And you're also gonna see these things too out in front of you. Something about like, or you might think too fast before you take action, or you take action before you think about it. So y'all make sure y'all don't be so short-sighted, especially with the Cancer energy. But since it's in its last little decan, the last 10 degrees, last 10 days is based on dreamy energy. It's the Pisces type of Cancer. It's the Jupiter type of Cancer. So what it right now is about creativity and expanding on your own comfort zone and getting like more bright and more expanded about it. AKA be more creative, because you're getting ready to push yourself into the actual Leo energy, the boastful, the image, not so much the internal feeling. I mean, the internal emotion of it. You know what I'm saying? The water, more like you see it now. Anyway, so Mercury and the Sun, like I said, it's gonna be thoughts and actions gonna be blended together, and you're gonna be able to see your thoughts in a way, or see your emotional stability in a way, or you're gonna be able to pick out. You're gonna have conversations about the shit, about your emotions. Uh, oh, I didn't do Virgo. Yeah, so South Node is in Virgo and Venus. So this is gonna be like your South Node is like past life or what you're used to. Since this ain't a past life for anybody, it's more like what you're used to. And then we got a North Node, which is usually opposite it directly, which is somewhere you're trying to actually create new situations to be new. But in order for you to know where to go, you gotta know where you came from. So you gotta know the routines of how things were shaping up before, so you won't be too vulnerable, try to jump too far and lead too far into new experiences. And that's in Pisces, the North Node. So people need to be mutable and adaptable based on their own and others' ways of feeling and enduring and coming up with like reasons and meanings of shit. So we gotta basically find new faith, find new ways of having faith, or creating situations, because it's in 0 degrees. So it's still got that Aquarius revenue. So it's gonna have something to do with groupings or associating with people with, and then coming and try to come up with your own ideas, or feelings or imaginations. Put your feet down, have new imagination. Don't be getting swallowed up in that same world, and you gotta fight your way out because you low key just like you just thought about it too much over the years, and like now it's attached to you. Now it's your crush. You gotta find new faith. You gotta switch it up and start a new way of how you even coming up with your own feelings and emotions, because the 12th house or Pisces energy pulls from the unknown realm, or the how we're all connected before it even manifests in the physical realm. Metaphysical. It's the metaphysical, basically. That's what Pisces is. But a lot of times Pisces, since we here on Earth, they be like being more Virgo like, so they'll look at their imaginations and kind of try to form it to be more serious, especially because Pisces usually be like embarrassed to share dreams. The best way they can transmute it is being more like their other side of the planet, which is the Sagittarius, the light side of Jupiter. Be expressive and actually see the reaction of people. Don't quite internalize everything, and then when you want to have your fucking cake, you want to eat it. You want to eat it all. That's what Pisces' problem is. That's like Taurus too, but they're more sharing about it. Pisces, then this is only if they get too rooted in themselves. Then they'll be like the most stubborn, non-sharing ass motherfucker. But yeah, or they'll be too serious and shit. Y'all drop y'all zodiac, whoever up in here, or something you want to know about, because I'm pretty much done. I done went over everything. Yep. South Node, Mercury, Venus, Sun. Okay, I didn't do Neptune. Okay, yeah. Neptune and Saturn are both in Aries. So this is the new identity, when it comes to however you gonna even get money, how it comes to how you stabilize yourself, how you see what it means to stand on things or have a reputation for identity. Like I said, but it's really, it really, you just need to look at it like it's the start of a new Sabbath, a new way of how everybody is even structuring reality. So you don't think that billionaires, everybody ain't going through this shit. The people that run the world, they got bigger responsibility, but they really some little ass kids, and they're trying to mimic what their ancestors did, but they just lazy. Anyway, but so they really just going off the people now. See, back then they ain't go off the people. They just said what the fuck they gonna do. Now you got people. They got people watching everybody, trying to see how people do life, how everybody else adjusting, so they can make up something to cultivate that and make everybody react and respond as if they got the right idea. So we can listen to their shit. Yet there's endless, infinite possibility for anything of these damn natures. Why do you think there's hella people in the world with these same constructs, aka elements and modality, but they have it in a different way? So that's how you know there's many possibilities that anybody can come out utilizing this. Cause you better believe they be using these motherfucking alignments and energy. Shit. But anyway, so this is why everything seems like it's trying to change, especially with Pluto and Aquarius. So it's like a whole bunch of new trying to make a new world, but right now it's like everybody's just trying to make a fake new world. So it's like it ain't even new. It's the same shit we probably been doing, but a lot of people are scared to like venture forward, and a lot of it is just because people ain't coming together right. Everybody kind of just doing it for what they want, and I mean that's by nature, but it's also because there's not like a set plan. Like nobody got a set plan. Smoke a doobie. But yeah, everybody ain't got a set plan, so I mean it's understandable. But I don't want to be degenerate and we over here going down, going back, like over here forcing the old world. You know what I mean? It's raining out here. What up, Mitts? Smoking the dude. Y'all dropped the zodiac. Talking about my fixated signs, since we have a lot of planets in fixed signs. We got Jupiter, Leo, got Chiron, Taurus. That ain't a planet, but still. Got Pluto and Aquarius, so. I ain't gonna lie, my Scorpios and Taurus is probably the most people that's struggling right now. Especially Scorpio. I think they the ones, because there's nothing in that planet. So it's almost like that energy is like the North Node energy. So it's like you gotta make up situations to clothe yourself so you won't be so vulnerable in these experiences and these wavelengths and shit like that. Y'all gonna be struggling. But that's why you look at your friend, your neighboring friend. Not neighbor, but your other family, your fixated sign. All fixated signs, all mutable signs, they low-key all family. But it's like the same person, but a different block. It's like your look-alike from another country type of shit. That's what that energy is. But, yeah, man. Ain't got nothing to say in that shit. Like I said, don't be boastful. Watch what you're doing. Learn from people. But also, you do need to stand on things when you need to. Be consistent, not stubborn. Don't be, like, blasting off with your damn mouth from what you think you seeing shit from. And you making up shit because you got an opportunity with goddamn Gemini. Gemini and Uranus and Mars there. So don't try to use your expression to expand based on some thoughts you thinking about because you trying to have a goal with that, or you trying to like convince somebody else about your uniqueness or something like that. Like, don't do that. You should already have the way you talk. Like, I'm telling y'all, don't be trying to prove nothing. If you're gonna do it creatively, where the world can relate to it. Release a video. Goddamn, go in public and, do that shit. Do something productive. Don't try to just use it for yourself. That's another thing about fixated signs. They're real good at using, because they're so fixed on their anchors. So it's like, all we really used to doing is upholding something. Because that's our whole makeup. So you got to know, like, It's a time and place for everything. That's what fixated sound gotta realize. Like, it's a time and place to be stuck, time and place to initiate. It's a time and place to be adaptable and change a little bit from what you usually think, but not too much. Everybody example for each other. You can't be everybody now. That's what fixed signs gotta realize. Like, don't be hard on yourself just because you looking out and everybody else be willy nilly changing. It's okay to change, but like they change in weird ways where it's like in that moment they change. The Leos and Taurus, all that they'll be pretty much the same, no matter who it is. Like for better or for worse, better or for worse. It's the reflector. Here to reflect. Damn, I've been on here for 25 minutes, but I ain't talked about astrology forever. I gotta always go back to the astrology just to get the little angles, the little degrees, get the elements, what's here, what's there, what's important. I don't want to get swept up under the current, aka the current events going on right now. You don't want it to take over you. You want it to use it. Just like people be letting their own alignments that they were born with take them over. They don't use it as a bitch. Because it's like at the end of the day, you already made that shit up. A lot of people, they mess up because they start acting like you in that birth stage again where you were developing it, but you're already here. So they try to basically spark new ideas, yet it's the same sustainable thing that they're used to. So you just end up piling up shit. And that just causes confusion, chaos, stubbornness in your own world too much type of shit. So this is why I like that. And it show you colors and it show you kind of, not timelines, but like sectors, situations you might endure. Depending where the moon on, depending where this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta know this because it's some real shit. Just because we can't see it, like y'all gotta know faith, belief, imagination is really important. So you can have faith in anything and make an imagination, believe anything. Everybody, it's free will, right? Everybody needs to stop with all that. Oh, this is the right way. This is the right way. Because remember, at the end of the day, everything was made up by a man's mind or a group of men coming up with something. As in, anybody can do that. Last time I checked, they dead and gone. They just set a platform for people to probably either use it, cherry pick, and make up something else, or use it and keep going down in dimension, down in the demons and the details about it, and just keep on making what they call that denomination. You know, stop making up denominations, nigga. Damn. It is what it is. It's the book of the dead, man. It's just people and the bystanders looking at what was going on in them times and them civilizations. That's it. It's all right. You ain't gotta like bring that and bring it now, and just because like that's what the general norm is for everybody to think of like that. Nah, you can come up with your own shit too, my nigga. Damn. And y'all be half the time y'all be scared. I be noticing that y'all be scared because y'all don't be knowing what y'all actually believe unless you try to say something about God or Jesus Christ. But y'all know in y'all spirit, y'all don't be believing that shit. That's why most people mostly be saying just God now, because that's like a universal thing where it's safe. I'm not saying there's a certain word, I ain't saying that. But y'all don't mess up. Don't judge my hair now. I'll get it done today. I just had to wrap it up. My head started hurting. I had this shit on all night. But yeah, you gotta like bunch it up, you know what I'm saying? I got the oils and stuff on it. All I gotta do, part it. My baby gotta do, part it, my lady. Part that shit and get her done. But, yeah, man. It's the reflector. Here to reflect, choose to neglect.